Bonjour, bienvenue. Hello everyone, my name is Tina. Welcome to my channel idylle. Today is a highly requested video for those of you who are interested in pursuing specifically the California bar exam. Especially this video is geared towards people with a UK law degree like myself, because that is the route I am taking right now. And I'm going to kind of guide you through the process of what I'm going through right now and what I had to do so far. So basically, all the information can be found at the website, which is the State Bar of California website. It is www.calbar.ca.gov. And when you get there, you'll see this page. You want to click on admissions. So we're going to click on admissions, and we are going to go to the California bar exam, requirements. Education, then you're going to click on education. Then you're going to go to foreign education. You're going to scroll down and you're going to click on requirements for foreign education. Okay, so all the information will be there. And it basically says, if an applicant wants to practice law as a foreign educated applicant not admitted to practice law in any United States jurisdiction, the information and forms are below. These guidelines do not apply to attorneys who are already admitted to practice law in a foreign country or in another US jurisdiction. These attorneys are qualified to take the California bar examination without having to complete any additional legal education. Okay, so the requirements are different for those who have received a first degree in law. That will be us, people with a UK law degree, the LLB. The GDL does not apply to the California bar exam. They do not recognize it. Okay, so for the specific requirements, refer to the admission rules. Applicants for admission are also required to provide a social security number. If you don't have one, then there's also a form to request an exemption from giving one. Okay, so foreign law students with first degree in law. So basically, there are two requirements, okay, for people like us. First, a completed registration as a foreign educated general applicant form with the required registration fee of $119. 2, an evaluated law degree equivalency report and a foreign law study evaluation summary form, which must be completed by a credential evaluation agency approved by the committee. A detailed course-by-course evaluation report is required. So this is all I'm going to go into. They have other different kinds of sections and information for people who are in other categories, like if you're a student without a first degree in law, if you've had some number of years experience in a law firm. There's different requirements for those people. So this video is specifically just for people like myself who have attained their LLB law degree in England and who are pursuing the bar in California. And I called the state bar, the California bar. The first thing they told me was not to worry about anything else except getting my credits evaluated, because without those, if you do not have that certificate that basically confirms that your degree in England is the equivalent of a JD here, you can't go further. You cannot sit the bar. There's just no way. So that is the most important thing that you have to do. I got mine right here. It's all sealed. There's no expiration date on this. I got this last year, paid $350 for it. The company is amazing. They're called A to Z Evaluations. And you can see it right here, A to Z Evaluation. So the envelope has the sticker, the logo, their address, and then it says the number. Every application has their own unique number, like a code. So that my code's on there, of Miss, my name, then educational credential from the United Kingdom, and then it says in brackets, included foreign law study evaluation summary. So the two things that are required on that website that we just read. So there's two things, but under the second there's actually three things. But from the credential evaluation company, they're going to provide those two forms for you because you have to order them. There is a plethora of companies who are going to look really tempting for very cheap prices. They're going to say, oh, we'll evaluate your credits for only $79 or da 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 da. But you need to know this. The American Bar Association only recognizes a handful of companies, and they list those exact companies on their website. A to Z is the first one that comes up. So that's why I went with them. I like their website. I visited a few others, and I just like what I saw, so I went with them. I cannot say enough good things about the company. The owner, the head guy, he knows everything. He knew exactly what I was talking about, exactly my situation. I have 2 different law degrees. I had a gap in between. I could not for the life of me find anyone at the New York bar who understood anything about my credentials, and I barely had to explain anything to him. He knew exactly. He's also I think he's from Germany. He's from Europe, and he knows all there is to know about European law degrees, and it was just such a breath of fresh air to finally have someone like him working on my case. And voila, I got evaluated. I confirmed certificate that my credentials are equal to a JD. So they send you a copy and then a sealed. You have a choice for them to send it directly to your school, but if you don't know when you're going to apply, and I didn't know when I was going to, I just had him send a sealed copy to my address, and I'll just send this out when I actually go ahead and apply for the exam starting in February. This paper will say course by course evaluation of international credits, and then it says your evaluation number, your date of completion. It says your applicant information, like your name, your date of birth, your gender, your purpose of evaluation. So for example, right here says female, purpose of evaluation, professional licensure. Okay, summary of evaluation. So this is the second part of the second thing that you're supposed to fulfill. So not only is this company supposed to evaluate your credits, but they're supposed to provide a summary. So a detailed course by course evaluation report. So, and then it says here, it is the judgment of A to Z evaluations that Ms. Christina blah 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 educational credentials from the United Kingdom is equivalent to the degree of Doctor of Jurisprudence, JD, awarded by a regionally accredited institution of higher education in the United States. So that officiates me here. So having this was like really lovely. It was like getting another degree, because without your credits officially evaluated and confirmed by these professionals, your law degree doesn't mean shit in America. So this is so important, and that's why the bar urges you to do this first, because this basically translates your foreign credits into the American credit system, and it's official. So it says credential 1 of 1. It says country, United Kingdom, credential degree of Bachelor of Laws, date awarded, what institution, period of enrollment, type of program, general certificate, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So then it goes into all the modules that I did. So you can see the modules that I did. So I did communication skills, English and European Union legal systems, individual rights and the exercise of state powers, machinery of government, obligations, research and communication skills, obligations 3, which is like, obligations is like the MPRE, it's like professional ethics. Property law, punishment society, criminal law, nationality, immigration and asylum law, land law, professional skills and ethics, intellectual property law, contract law, controlling crime, research methods and project, contemporary issues in European law, employment law, equity and trust, and company law. So then it goes into the grading system and this and that. So it breaks down all your credits and the modules and then what they translate into the American credit system and your grade. That is why they need it done, because it's a different system over in the UK. So after you have these two things, you have to fill out the form. This is a registration form, and as it's a registration as a foreign educated general applicant form, and this you have to send with a $119 fee. So it says the State Bar of California, Committee of Bar Examiners, Office of Admissions. So you have to do your social security number. If you don't have one, then you have to fill out that extra form that exempts you from it. Date of birth, your name, email address, your mailing address, telephone number, applicant's birthplace, your mother's full maiden name, your application fee, names, former names, aliases. I have not passed the bar examination in the United States or a foreign country. If you have passed a bar examination, list in which state or country and provide an explanation of why you are not admitted. Foreign legal education. So it has boxes for you to fill out. If any, United States legal school, legal education. Then on the 4th page, request for social security number exemption, and then also attach a copy of your green card. Oh, that was the 4th page. The 3rd page is applicant declaration. The following declaration must be signed and cannot be amended by the applicant, so make sure you don't make any mistakes. Then you saw the 4th page. 5th page pisses me off. The ignorant ethnic survey. Every mixed person absolutely abhors this section because it's ridiculous. Race, ethnicity, race is a social construct. It's ridiculous. It says, what is your sex? Okay, male or female. Then, which one of the following racial or ethnic groups best describes you? Mark only one. Listen to how ridiculous this is. 1. American Indian or Alaskan Native descended from any of the original peoples of North America. 2. Filipino. 3. Pacific Islander. In brackets, Melanesian, Micronesian, Polynesian. 4. Origins in Indian subcontinent. In brackets, Pakistan, Indian, Bengal. What? Like, who wrote this? Pakistan, it should either be Pakistan, India, Bengal is in India? I don't understand, Bengal, etc. Pakistan, Indian. If you're going to say Indian, you have to say Pakistani or Bengali, Indian. Like, the tenses are all messed up. Whoever wrote this knows absolutely nothing about different cultures or geography or anything. It's just, the tenses, grammar's atrocious. Number 5, Asian. Because Indian isn't Asian. And Filipinos not Asian, or the Pacific Islanders, like, oh my god. Okay. 5 is Asian, includes, in brackets, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and the people of Malaysia and Southeast Asia. Right. 6, Hispanic, in brackets, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Central or South American, and Spanish, but not Portuguese. 7, Black, and then brackets, excludes persons of Hispanic origin. What if you're Black Latino, or what if you're white Latino? This is ridiculous. 8, White, and then in brackets, excludes people of having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe. Persons having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, Russia, North Africa, and the Middle East. Because there's no Asians in Russia, and some Russians consider themselves Asian. Hello? Middle East is white? Like, honestly, the Middle East is so mixed, and Russia's mixed. North Africa, really, and then corresponds to those persons not classified into one of the 7 specific minority categories. This is the most ignorant, incorrect, uneducated ethnic survey I have ever laid eyes on, and this needs to be changed. This is so backwards. I cannot bloody believe it. Anyway, and when you're mixed, it's like, oh, you can only choose one. Okay, so stupid. Then on page 6, it says foreign general applicant registration fee coupon, and it's just basically like a receipt, your payment and your information. And then the last page is the Office of Admissions Fees credit card authorization form. And then just details of your payment, like what you're paying for, blah, 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 blah. So those are the 2 first major things that you must do when you are applying for the California bar. People ask me all the time, why California? Why didn't you choose New York? Because there are only 2 states in the entire United States of America that now recognize the UK law degree, specifically the LLB, the 3-year law degree, to sit their bar exam. New York says they do, but they reject most applicants. They have rejected a ton of my barrister friends who are already practicing barristers in the UK and required them to do the masters before going and doing the bar exam, which is ridiculous. They gave me a hard time. The professionals, the international sector of the bar over there were clueless. I spoke to the head person. He had no idea about UK law degrees, about my situation. He didn't know the difference between the GDL and the LLB. They didn't know what they were talking about. And my issue was, because I had a gap, whether they were going to accept, because I have both the LLB and the GDL, and that confuses a lot of people. But the point is, I still got my LLB. And that's why when I went to apply for California, I was really relieved, because instead of them handling it, they're not professionals. You can't have a bunch of Americans who've never been to Europe or who have never attained a European law degree, or who they're not really familiar with the system to evaluate European degrees. That doesn't make any sense to me. They have their own team over there, and they're American. So I was really relieved when I was reading that, the California bar make you go through professional evaluators. I would rather pay that was almost $400 for them to do, because it's work. They have to call up my schools. They have to break down all my course and credits down into a system and make an evaluation. And it was worth it, worth every single penny, because at the end of the day, I got it and I knew I had it. Like, New York was trying to say that I wasn't recognized because there was a break in my studies. I still have my LLB. I have my degree. I have it on a piece of paper signed by the dean and the head guy of the law school and the principal, whatever, like, hologrammed, crested, marked. Like, that's nothing. Like, they don't understand the way it works in England. So it was a very frustrating experience for me trying to get into New York, but I'm happy this worked out the way like it did anyway, because I prefer the West Coast, and I prefer the weather on the West Coast. It's close to Vegas. I don't even like New York City. I was only going to do it because New York is part of the UBE, which is the Unified Bar Exam. So if you end up getting into New York, you can cross-qualify in any of the states that are also part of the UBE. California is not. And I don't think they ever will be, maybe in the future, but right now they are their own bar, they're their own system, and they're their own jurisdiction. So if you are able to practice in California, you can only practice in California. I'm okay with that for now. It's still easier for me to switch over to another state after I get barred in California. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. So my bar exam, mine is February. I don't know if you guys are going to do July's of the next year or February's, but you have a month to basically get your application in. So applications for the February bar exam is on the 26th and the 27th, and it's for 2 days. And the applications open up on the 1st of October and they close the 1st of November. Timely filing would be by the 1st of November. So you have a good month to get all your stuff in. So I'm going to try to do everything within the first week. I'm going to contact my school the week before to get my transcripts in. It's always nerve-wracking going back into this. I have postponed and put off this process for over a year now. Sometimes I beat myself up like I should have done this before, but on the other hand, I wasn't mentally ready. And you really have to be mentally ready, especially going into something like law and going back into exams and studying and things like that. It's never easy, but I need to take advantage of the fact that I'm able to do this right now, and I'm coming around to it, and I'm trying to really get my head down. I have to really feel settled. My biggest problem was I felt like I am a gypsy. I've moved around so much. I'm never really settled. I'm always thinking of moving to another place. I keep leaving when things get hard, and I really feel that I need to stay stable and I need to be grounded for a bit. I may not even go back home to study because I feel like it's a personal challenge. If I can't focus here, I just feel like I should be able to focus anywhere I am, regardless of the circumstances. I understand my parents' ideology, like if you're home, you don't have to worry about rent, Right now, my rent is affordable. I can pay my rent right now. I did quit one of my jobs, so I'm not working as much. But my goal right now is not to make a lot of money. That used to be my goal. My goal right now is to make enough to put a roof over my head and to feed myself, and to have enough flexibility and time where I can fit studying into my schedule. If worse comes to worse, I will go home for like a month or two towards the end if it doesn't come into fruition. But I need to get my head down right now and start studying, because right now it's August, so September, October, November, December, January, February, 6 months. 6 months is supposed to be the perfect time frame to really get your head down and study, and to learn everything there is to know. I am really nervous because I've been out of school for years now. But I'm determined, and just to let you guys know, it is a really cutthroat industry, especially in England. When Legal Cheek wrote that article about me, I will link it below. There are a lot of naysayers and people who just shit on you because you're not of red bricks and you're not from Oxbridge stock, and who talk shit about you, and who, you should just stick to dancing and modeling, and you get a lot of negativity and a lot of snobbery and elitism within the legal world, and you get a lot of ugly personalities and behavior. You can see some of the commentary on my other videos about the bar of people just really having a very condescending and patronizing and downright rude, obnoxious tone with me when they speak. Like, oh, no wonder you didn't pass. Oh, you're playing with your hair so much in your videos. And just relating my legal competency cannot be attributed to my YouTube channel. Those are two completely different worlds. I've won awards for my mooting during university. I know what I'm capable of, and it's just it's just really funny and shocking at the same time to see people that are so hateful and petty towards me because I may be a girly girl. Yeah, I play with my hair a lot on camera. Do I do that during a mooting competition? No. Do I do that at work? No. You have your work face, and you have my YouTube channel is my home. It's my online home. I can do whatever the hell I want on my channel. But for you or for anybody to quantify my legal skills because of the way I am on my channel is absolutely ludicrous and baseless. It's ridiculous. So anyway, I hope I helped some of you guys out. If you have any questions about anything regarding the bar or the UK bar, I was on that as well, or the LLB, the GDL, I did it all. Any questions at all, anything you want me to touch base on in my next video, please do leave a comment below and I'll be happy to answer any questions. Bye bye and have a lovely day.